Okay, this is what I've got for you today, guys. I'm going to be working on these Vortec heads. I went ahead and mocked it up here so y'all can get kind of a look of what the direction I'm going. You know, I got these tall valve covers, the 750 Holly. I'm going to clean all this stuff up. It'll look better when we're done, but I figured I'd give you a little preview. Now, what we're going to be working on is the plan for this build is I've got these valve retainers here. And I've got these LS1 springs. They're the blue ones. I guess it's LS1 or LS6, I don't know. And I've got the camshaft that's going to go in here is this one. So it's a pretty popular camshaft. I went ahead and got just the cam. And I got these lifters right here that are going to go with it. They're from another company, but they're made in America, not in China, so they should be pretty good. Same place I got these other parts that I have over here. But anyway, yeah, this is the entire valve assembly. I've only done one side so far, and I haven't finished. But I've got some footage you'll get to see. It's getting late, so I need to go in. But yeah, basically taking these studs out, replacing them with screw-in studs. These are the Vortec heads. That's the only part I'm actually taking off of this engine because it's going to actually be a 383 stroker build. But we're going to run with aluminum heads on it with the one-piece rear seal block. This only thing I'm going to take is the block of this. Now the engine I'm building with these heads is out in the truck right now. I'm going to take it off, put that camshaft. It's a flat tappet cam. It's nothing major. We'll grease it up and get it good. I've got a set of rods here. These are the rods I'm going to be using. These Speedmaster regular old rods. They're I think they are 4140 or whatever it is, but they have little cap screws on them. I've showed you all this stuff before, and I got a set of forged pistons here that we got to clean up and get ready. It's pretty dirty, but not a lot of use on them. But it's a set of forged pistons and all that nonsense. But that's going to go in this, and that should keep us right around 9.1 compression to 9.51 compression, depending on what I decide to do with head gaskets. If I decide to go with a thinner head gasket, then I'll probably get the compression a little higher. If I do a steel shim or something like that, I could get it much higher. But I think I might go with the composite, see what we can do. I need to get the calculations and everything all done up so I can get it. I would love to have 9.51 or a little slightly higher, even closer to 10.1 compression with these pistons. And I've got the specs. These are L2403 30 over TRW, old pistons, but they'll work. And we're going to coat them. I'm going to run a coating on the top of them. And what's cool is, even though this is going to go in a truck and it's going to get that, I'll probably go ahead and put a little bit of spray on it just for fun. And this will be the carburetor. This is 750. I got to go through it and rebuild it. I bought it for $100. And it was actually on a running engine, so all that nonsense. But I don't know, we might go with the spacer on it. We'll probably definitely go with a spacer if I go nitrous oxide. But yeah, this is going to be the build. I'm getting to it. I got a brand new crankshaft right here. This is a cast steel crank from Scat. And there's the part number if you want to get one just like it. But I've got to clean that up and repolish it probably. But yeah, I don't know. I might just use I have a set of these bearings. I have a complete set of bearings These rings won't work because these are low tension 1mm rings. But I got all of the standard bearings and everything. I guess I could just use these and run it together, because it'll be all standard bearings and everything. In this engine, the only thing that'll be oversized should be the pistons. That's dependent though. I got to get that engine out of that truck, get it in here once we pull the heads on this. Now I did leave the heads on here to do all that stud work, to get the studs done and pull all that out. It's just easier to do it right there, you know, when you have it fixtured up, before I go pulling these heads off. Now when I pull the heads off, I will take all the studs back out and put them in the box. I'm going to take them over there, have them cleaned, have him probably run it over the surface, do a light surface job on them, and I'm going to go ahead and do the valve guides and all that nonsense, and probably brand new valves, unless those valves are in excellent shape, because I know there's rust on some of them, so it'll probably be new valves. But altogether, I won't have hardly any money in the heads. I got $13 for the studs. You know, if I do a valve job and all that, I think $65 a head to rebuild, redo the valve guides and correct everything. And then I think the valves are like 88 bucks for a set of 194, 1.5 valves, 150 valves. But yeah, all this other valve train stuff I'll be saving. That's why I put it here. Now these are the stock. You can see the stock valve springs, and they have the retainers in there and everything. So I'll get all new retainers and everything, and we'll have these heads redone there at the machine shop. I wish I had the equipment. I would just do it myself, but I don't. And I don't want to invest in it just for, you know, a few engine builds that we're doing. But anyway, guys, let me, I got some footage you'll see after this. So, like always, guys, like, subscribe, comment. Please tell me if I'm doing something wrong. And God bless. Okay, so when you start, you'll have to start with 3 of these caps here, the balls for the rocker arms. You have to cinch that down until you can get another one on there. But once you get 4 on there, you can just keep cranking down on it and eventually pop it all the way out and leave you a nice little hole there. But there's all kinds of stuff in that hole, so I like to take a drill bit and clean it up. Now you can see it goes straight through. Oh no, you can't see, but you can see there's light underneath there. It goes right into the port right here. See my finger? But yeah, it goes into the port. So when you tap it, you won't have to tap it all the way down. But I've been tapping them for the. These are the studs that I got, the Pioneer, because these are self-aligning heads. I've been getting I got the Pioneer ones. Here's the part number. Well, I can't really see it there. Covered it up with tape. But anyway, the part number. See if I can get this off of here. Here you go. There's your part number, RM35816. Rocker arms are from Pioneer. I think they were $14, $13 or $14. They're not too expensive, but I like to take that drill bit and get it in there and ream that out just a little bit before I put the tap in. So I'll take the drill and just run it up in there a few times. It's no big deal. On some of them it goes through and you don't want to hit. Yeah, just a few times. Just to clean it out, any kind of garbage that's in there. And then I'll just take this. Now the tap you use is a 7/16, 14, 7/16, 14 national course. Now I got this at I got it at O'Reilly's. So that's the only place that was open. But yeah, now when I start these, since I don't have the tool, there's a tool, rocker arm alignment tool. It's a block. It's got 2 holes in it. It goes over these studs when you do them, and you pull one of them out and then you tap it, and then you pull the other one out and tap it to keep it straight. But what I'm doing, since I don't have that tool, is I'm just keeping them straight the old-fashioned way. And the best way I found is once you get this tap started, you'll be able to look at it and see, like right there. You know, you'll be pretty close, right about like somewhere like that. That would be right, and you'll get it started. Well, once you get that first few threads, it might be a little off. You just tap it over and get it straight, and then work it in. That's all there is to it, and go straight in the hole, because it'll be far easier. Like right there is probably straight on. It'll be far easier to tap it, and since this tap right here is not one of these taps. That's a bottom hole tap. It's a piece of crap for doing this, but this tap right here has it's been milled on the end a little bit, so it's self-centering tap anyway. So it's gonna inevitably want to find the straightest path when you're cranking down on it. Now they have some that are just really long. They'll be like that long, and so you can stick it in there, and it's called that. But this one's pretty good. Like I said, you get that first few threads, you grab it like so, it'll hold itself, and then you crank on it a little bit, get it straight. Let's see. Ooh, maybe. You start it, it'll start to cut, and you'll see, oh, okay, that's a little off, so you'll just tap it over and start to get it straight. Now I can't look through the camera and do that, so I have to look at it straight on. But I'm just comparing it to the one beside it. And as long as these pairs are fine, each pair is straight with itself, even if they were slightly off to each other, it's still going to work. It's still going to be just fine. Matter of fact, it's a good, even these factory ones, if you look at them really close, you'll see that these bosses, when they press these in, were not exact. Each one, these are exact, but like these are not exactly in line with with each other. See, if you look really close and you get a straight edge on it, it's not exact. But like I said, you just get that tap started straight and you go straight into the angle that you pulled out the other one, and you just tap on it a little bit, and then take it and turn it one more time. You know, you just turn it some more until you get it right in the hole, and it'll want to go in the straight way, because when you pull these out, that's what you're pulling out of there. It's just and it's actually the exact size for a 7/16 too. It's the same size as a U drill bit. But yeah, you have to get it straight. Now you could tap it possibly cockeyed for the first section, but once you get it down in there, it's going to want to correct itself anyway. If you have any problems going in, you feel like it's hanging up and it's not going, you're probably off. But I bought the tool, I lost it. I've done this before, and every single time I say I'm going to buy the tool, and then the one time I buy the tool, I lose the tool, and I don't have any way to tap it with the tool on there. I mean, it's perfectly straight. But I've been doing it this way for years, so we'll see what happens.